Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon again, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do, the usual disclaimers. If you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. So, folks, you know the drill. Please read the article, share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC actually does try to see through with their threat. All right, folks, trigger warning one. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center and Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please make sure to go ahead and utilize those headphones, all right? Trigger warning 2. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised, alright? Okay, so where we left off last time. Turning to the issue of dose response. As the comment points out, reference 26 empirically reviews evidence and ultimately questions the then current paradigm for diagnosing PTSD based on what the reference calls core assumptions, including that PTSD has a specific etiology and that the severity of the trauma has a strong dose response relationship to the severity of the PTSD. Your regular stuff that you read inside the DSM-5, folks. In other words, they are showing that they actually did go back and review PTSD as a possible risk in regards to the GED by actually going to the essential Bible for diagnosing mental health issues and us neurodivergent folk, okay? Which makes sense. Also the fact as to how the reactions that we have in particular are going to manifest themselves is not going to be the same as if you're a neurotypical. I'm sorry, but it's time to bring some reality home. The fact of the matter is, we already know that neurotypicals, by and large, do not recognize or understand some of the physical signs that we may use to try to communicate where we're uncomfortable or when we're in pain. I had to deal with it in my childhood, folks. I literally had to learn how to scream and all that crap that drove me nuts seeing it on the playground. Yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff when you are an autistic kid because you really have to learn to act out in ways that are just not natural to you. So that the very simple fact that you are in pain can be communicated. We're an exhausted bunch. Although the FDA didn't really necessarily touch on that particular topic, the reason why I want to bring it home because the JRC constantly wants to bring out the subtle uncomfortableness with the way the kids react in regards to the device. We already know that the JRC will shock a student for screaming in pain after a previous shock. The fact that they shut down and try to not emote in a single emotion in fear that if they show even the slightest discomfort, they're going to get hit with it again It shouldn't be that hard to figure out, folks. Whether it is in regards to reacting in physical and other ways that neurotypicals just don't understand and absolutely refuse to try to, or whether it is us literally shutting down as a means of self preservation. Just because the way the symptoms appear in those of us who are autistic in particular, in a way that y'all don't understand, doesn't mean that we don't have post traumatic stress disorder. It means we are trying to communicate that discomfort, that pain, in a way that you don't understand. All right? The fault is not in us. Let me just put it that way, okay? We're going to close out, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, you know the drill. Please, if you could, don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to utilize those comments. I appreciate your time this afternoon. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.